the Capri one sent me that long?
I'm good.
19.
That good smoke.
Shalom. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, peace, and salutations to the elect, and much respect to the brothers pushing this word in the four winds of the earth. And shalom to you few sincere sisters out there as well. It's Brother Ariyah coming at you with another lesson. And this is Proverbs 6:34 and 35. For jealousy is the rage of a man, therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance. He will not regard any ransom, neither will he rest content, though thou givest many gifts. Okay? You got a lot of... That dude was definitely a spirit created for vengeance. Okay? He moved like a serial killer would, man. He kind of remind me of the dude, if you ever watched the movie Shotters, the big dude with the dreads, the light brown skinned dude that always had the shotgun. Okay, that's who he reminded me of, man. Okay, he did it so calm and he was so collected. Okay, he put the man down and walked away smooth like he ain't do nothing, man. Like they just had a casual conversation. Okay, and got in the car, stared him down as they drove off, man. Okay, you could see that dude had a demon on him. But at the end of the day, that was judgment from the Lord. You know, this guy over here trying to sell her some weed and, you know, talking to another man's woman, and you already see that she's in the car with another man. But he chooses to go up and talk to that man's woman. You know, if he was smart and had respect, he would have went and talked to him and brought that foolishness to the man, not the woman. You know? So that dude was straight jealous and he felt disrespected. Okay, but at the end of the day, the Lord said, should not suffer a witch to live, man. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and get that soon, because that's what it is, man. Selling weed and drugs and things like that, that's witchcraft at the end of the day. So the Lord put that man down. He killed two birds with one stone. And at the end of the day, that woman should be locked up as well, man. Okay, because she's an accessory to murder, you know. So maybe all three of them, you know, the Lord killed three birds with one stone right there in a matter of seconds, man. Okay, that's all it takes is a second for the Lord to take your life away from you. Okay, this is Ecclesiasticus 8:16. And it says, strive not with an angry man, and go not with him into a solitary place, for blood is as nothing in his sight. Right? And that's how that man reacted, like it was nothing to him. Like he done that before plenty of times, man. Okay, he didn't care. He didn't care he was on camera or nothing, man. Okay? He had the taste for blood, man. Okay, and that's what a lot of these dudes are on, right? That's the type of time a lot of these dudes are on out here, man. This is why the scriptures say, let your words be seasoned with salt, man. Okay? And use your wisdom and learn how to deal with every man accordingly, man. Okay? Because these dudes are not right out here in the mind and the spirit. They just not right, man. They not right at all. All right? And they itching to, kill someone. You know, they feel like that's a badge of honor, man. Strive not with an angry man, and go not with him into a solitary place, for blood is as nothing in his sight, and where there is no help, he will overthrow thee, man. All right. Matter of fact, check this second video out, man, because these jakes are out here bugging for real, man.
Moment, a 21-year-old man was killed by two men trying to steal his gold necklace. The deadly shooting happened back in May of 2023 in North Miami Beach. Now, 2 years later, one of the accused killers is hoping for a judge to let him go home and wait for his trial. NBC6.
And this, you see, dude had his hands up. They took his chain, they took whatever they took from him, and they still killed him, man. Okay, this is the type of time these niggas is on out here, man. Okay, and those are niggas. That's what niggas do all day. To do good, they're wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge, man. Ecclesiasticus 9:13, keep thee far from the man that have power to kill, so shalt thou not doubt the fear of death. And if thou come unto him, make no fault, lest he take away thy life presently. Remember that thou goest in the midst of snares, and that thou walkest upon the battlements of the city, man. And these jakes are pretty much out of control out here, man. Everyone got that courage now because they got a gun on them, man. Them two little dudes in that video wouldn't do that. They wouldn't be strong-arming nobody out there. They need a gun to feel tough, okay? But the Lord is about to judge a lot of these niggas out here that's on that type of time, man. Out here causing terror and all that. But at the end of the day, those are death angels, man. The Lord using these dudes as death angels, okay? Where it says here, of course, we got to get it. Now, we right here, Ecclesiasticus 39:28, man. And it says the principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and blood of the grape, and oil, and clothing, the principal things. All these things are for good to the godly, so to the sinners they are turned into evil. Okay, and in this case, that iron, man, okay? A lot of guns are made from, made on plastic on the outside now, but the inner workings of the gun is definitely iron, man. The bullets, the inner, mechanics of the gun is all iron, man. Okay, and they are turned to evil, man. These be spirits, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, okay? And that's what you saw in those two videos, man. Spirits that were created for vengeance, man. Okay, the Lord put the spirit on both of them to do what they did, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Okay, who made them? The Heavenly Father, Yahweh, who is also known in the scriptures as the Father of spirits, man. Okay, there be spirits that are created for vengeance. All right, so the Lord is he's sending out them judgments left and right out here, man. It's getting, like they say in the streets, it's getting real spooky out here, man. It really is. It really is, man. The Lord is heating things up, man. Things are definitely turning up, okay? No matter where you live at, things are turning up, man. I'm pretty sure you're hearing rumblings of things that's going on the streets, man. Okay? People are really losing their lives out here, man. Every day. Let me get, So I said Exodus 22:18, thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. And this is why that man got taken out, man. Selling weed is witchcraft at the end of the day. Smoking weed is witchcraft, okay? Selling drugs is witchcraft. Taking drugs is witchcraft. And you're opening up yourself to demons when you're taking them, okay? When you're taking these man-made drugs, okay? Let's get, matter of fact, I'm just going to end it here in Deuteronomy 28. Got to go there because it always comes back to the curses, man. 28. I'll start with 19 and 20 and I'll end in 54. Right? It says, cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out. Okay? Meaning what, man? We have no assurance for our life, man. We don't know if we're gonna come back in the house the same way that we left. You know, we don't know if we're gonna, make it back home at all, man. Okay, that's why it's wise to fear the Lord, man. Because those that don't fear the Lord, the Lord will judge you, man. Okay, the Lord will humble you, right? Because right before, someone is, dies, I'm pretty sure that they are humbled, man, through fear. Okay? The Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke, and in all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do. Let me say, in all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do, until thou be destroyed, and until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me. Okay? So the Lord is definitely, we're still under these curses, man. This is why I don't understand these new covenant dudes, talking about we're under the new covenant, because under the new covenant, we won't be able to get sick. We won't be able to die. We're going to live forever. We're going to be eternal. Okay? We won't get sick. All right? We won't have aching bodies or none of that. We won't have to go to a doctor or go into a hospital, man. Okay? We won't have to do any of those things, man. So we are still very much under these curses, man. Let's get 54 and I'll end it here. Right? Because this is why we're seeing a lot of these killings going on, man. 54, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother. Okay? And sometimes, you got to catch yourself, because you'll be walking past a dude and you won't, you'll get like a bad vibe from him. And, you at the end of the day, you guys are, before you know it, y'all ice grilling each other, man. And that's part of the curses, man. This is why we're seeing, Jake kill Jake like it's nothing, man. This is why you see that Jake hate each other, man. Okay, this is why it's a beautiful thing to be a part of a brotherhood where brothers show love and brothers show respect, man. Okay? In the midst of this wicked ass, place that we living in right now, man. This wicked ass nation that we're living in. It's a beautiful thing that we came out of that ice grilling, wanting to hurt a man that looked just like you, wanting to take his life. All of that has been taken away from us. But at the end of the day, we are still under the curses, man. And we are still in a battle between the spirit and the flesh, man. But these dudes out here, man, they dead from the neck up. They're spiritually dead. And it's nothing to them to take another man's life, man. It means absolutely nothing. As you've seen in the two videos, man. Jake is definitely done. Jake, straight up demons running around out here, man. And not just Jake, man. Others as well. It's just demons out here, man. Everywhere. Shalom.
It's horrible. Ever feel violent?
Yes, I do.
What do you feel like doing?
Killing people.
Do you still feel like killing people?
Yes.
Do you think you'd murder me, Joe?
Yes.
That's gruesome, Joe. That's horrible.
Yes, it is.
And you don't blame me if I say I hope you never get out of this place.
I hope I never do either.
Beginning in November 1974, Joseph Kallinger and his 12-year-old son, Michael, went on a crime spree spanning Philadelphia, Baltimore, and New Jersey. Over the course of 6 weeks, they robbed, assaulted, and sexually abused 4 families, gaining entrance to each house by pretending to be salesmen. Soon after, one of his other sons, Joseph Jr., was found dead in an abandoned construction building 2 weeks after Kallinger took out a large life insurance policy on him.
You murdered your own son?
Yes, I did.
Why did you do that?
He was a sacrifice. I was to murder 3 million people on planet Earth. And he was a sacrifice to see if I could murder one of my own. At the end of murdering all the people on Earth, I was going to murder my own family and then take my own life and become God.
Joseph Kallinger died of heart failure on March 26, 1996, while serving a life sentence.